XRP is a digital asset built to be the most practical cryptocurrency for applications across the financial services space. It powers innovative technology transforming the global financial services space. Companies, institutions, developers, and individuals around the world use XRP and the blockchain because of its extraordinary utility. Date of genesis is June 2nd, 2012. As I was researching XRP, looking for this date, I came across some information that I thought was very interesting. Ledgers 1 through 32,569 were lost. The loss represents approximately the first week of ledger history, thus 32,570 is the earliest ledger available anywhere. Found it strange because the first transactions and the creation of the billion coins in existence, it's pretty significant. To not have a track record of that does raise some concerns, just because what was the vulnerability, what was the bug, what was the issue, was it resolved? And this information is important to its chart. Let's continue on. Location of XRP's creation is San Francisco, California. Time is 12 p.m. and I'm using a solar chart. The Mars-Neptune midpoint line of XRP is at Gemini Sagittarius of 9 degrees 18 minutes. There is nothing on this point or line in XRP's chart, which is good. Having planets or points on this line at its creation would signify the coin to fail, and it's not there, which is good. Key planets that are key indicators of price movement and various important situations in XRP's life is Mercury. The sun and the ascendant or rising sign is at 12 degrees of Gemini, making Mercury the ruling planet, one of the ruling planets of this chart. Neptune is the midheaven. Midheaven is at Pisces of 12 degrees. So Neptune is the ruler of the midheaven, and Mars is the other ruler of the midheaven because the 10th house goes into Aries as well. The moon is in the 6th house of Scorpio at 18 degrees. The angles of the chart is Gemini, that's where the ascendant is, Virgo, at the very bottom of the chart, Sagittarius, and Pisces, again, because it's the midheaven. When planets cross over these or into these signs, you can expect some volatility in prices. Also, planets that cross over 9 degrees 18 minutes of Sagittarius or Gemini will also have a negative volatile impact because those are the sensitive degrees of that Mars-Neptune midpoint. It's just a very sensitive point in the chart. Each coin, when I do a reading for them, they have an overall theme and meaning to them. The theme for XRP is transcending established systems. Revolutionary is another word that comes into play with XRP, but transcending, moving past the boundaries of established systems, legal systems, financial systems, breaking free of boundaries. So right now I'm just going to go over my overall analysis of it, and then I will break down each aspect to give you a better understanding of how I came to this analysis. So XRP in its chart, it has challenges and restraints through legal matters. These challenges and restraints is what catapults it to grow, what catapults it to be able to change and break free of these older systems and structures that are in place. So even though these challenges, they do seem unfair at times, and like as if everyone is coming out to get XRP. The law is coming out to get XRP because the law is very involved in here. Legalities are very involved in XRP's chart. But it's through these challenges that they have the ability to transcend and impose change to various established laws, rules, and regulations that have afflicted society. XRP works to serve people. It's a working coin. It's used, it's worked with. People use it, businesses use it, crosses borders. Mercury is very strong in the chart, very, very strong. A lot of planets are at Mercury degrees in the chart. The sun in Gemini, that is ruled by Mercury. And when I first looked at it, I thought it's a good trading coin, in which it is, but the stronger message that I get from it is that it's worked with. It works very well. It works with the people. The people work with it, users, investors. Mercury transits will influence the price, meaning when there's a lot of information that comes out about it, because again, it's in the spotlight for these legal issues and judgments in a lawsuit. So when news comes out about it, that helps to move the price. The investors, the traders, they strategically use that buy the rumor, sell the news information to trade with for profit. They use that as a very profitable trading means. This is not financial advice. It's impulsive. Investors could be impulsive. The movement of price could be impulsive at times. Again, with the information that comes out, it could be impulsive. Prices could just move out of nowhere, up as well as down. Investors and users, they're very optimistic. They believe and they know that XRP will not fail. Even though there's legal issues around XRP that XRP is dealing with, because they are dealing with it, they're still optimistic about it. There's a very strong optimism. Finances are challenged. Legally, it's challenged. There's some that do not agree with XRP's values. They question their values. And we can see that this has occurred already with XLM. There's people from XRP that broke away and created XLM as a result of not agreeing with the values of XRP. The other reason that people question the values could be that XRP has a platform for the use of CBDCs, for countries to come in and use it to create CBDCs. People could be challenging their values, because in general, most people do not want CBDCs from other countries. That, I believe, will come up later on in its life. CBDs have not officially come out yet, but in its future, could be near future, people, I believe, that'll be one of the reasons why they're also questioning its values. But most investors and users are very optimistic about it. Mercury is strongly involved with XRP, so it's good for trading, but in its chart, it's showing that it's stronger in the use cases of the utility of it, of how people are using it. More people are using it, working with it on a day-to-day basis. The grandness of it and value of XRP is in its everyday use. So now let's come over to the actual aspects of this chart to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. Sun is, and the ascendant is at 12 degrees of Gemini. Positive, strong indicator also of financial successness of the coin, the largeness of it, how big it could potentially be, how far it stretches, how many people use it. It's just showing that it's a grand, large coin. Monetarily, it could be showing that, but also in how well it's known, how much it's used. It's grandness. That's the best word I can come up with for this. Mercury, because it has to do with trading, shows strong trading, back and forth movements, especially in short-term positions, because Mercury is short-term in general. It has a third house, communication between others that you're in close proximity with. That's why I'm saying short-term, because there's so many Mercury aspects to this chart. News influences, very strongly influences the price of XRP. The Sun is conjunct to Venus. Venus is at 17 degrees. Not all charts, what I look at, do I strongly look at the degrees. This chart caught my eye because of a lot of the planets that fell on degrees represented that Mercury rules over. 17 degrees is the degree of Leo. It's the Sun. The Sun and Venus conjunct. The Venus is just showing the strong support for XRP. Positive finances, positive market sentiment here. It also could be showing the relationships, many relationships that XRP has with others. A lot of people talking about it, a lot of people using it, creating strong partnerships. Mars is square to the Sun at 15 degrees of Virgo. 15 degrees is a Gemini-ruled degree, Mercury-ruled degree. It's showing its strength. It's very strong. This is where some of the aggression comes in. Mars is on next to the IC line. It's at the very bottom of the chart, the lowest point of the chart. So it's showing aggressiveness. There's an aggressive quality to XRP, signifying some difficulties, especially in its early development, because the fourth house represents the home, the foundation. There's difficulties with its development in its foundation, and you can see that with the first week of when the coin was released. That first week is gone due to a bug, a vulnerability, whatever exactly happened. It can show that its early development, there was issues. And it also, we could see that with the creation of XLM, that was a cause of some of these early foundational issues. It could be needing to let go of the ego about it. So in order to accomplish meaningful work, court case, and going through these difficulties, it has to let go of some things, its ego. And I know it's not a person. There could be some behind the scene, closed doors things that is occurring with XRP. Again, early in its development would be where the strongest of this shows, but throughout its life, things that people are not aware of that's going on and is not known to the public yet. It could be made known later on. Impulsive movements in price and trading due to conflicts of XRP, also with Ripple, the parent company. And again, behind those closed doors, causing volatility in prices. The sun is sextile to Uranus at 7 degrees. Uranus is in the 10th house. This is a very positive aspect. It gets its innovation from here. Sudden large price increases could occur as well within trading. 7 degrees equals the degree of Venus. It connects to the sun conjunct Venus and the ability for sudden positive market sentiment driving up the prices. The more positive the emotional sentiment, the more increase of prices. It has potential for exponential growth, price as well as the influence of the coin within the crypto space. So not just the price has the potential for this large exponential growth, but the actual influence of XRP has potential for lots and lots of growth, really revolutionizing the space. XRP mark on the world is to benefit society. The 10th house in Pisces, they wanting to help society, break down borders. Uranus here in the 10th house. It has a really headstrong, it's getting it started. It's really making waves and getting things started. Aries is a cardinal sign. It gets things started. It gets things moving. Very strongly and abruptly, it gets things moving. Before I move over to the moon, which is the people, I must go over Neptune. Neptune is the ruler of the midhaven. Very important, Neptune is. Neptune is in the 9th house. It's close to the midhaven, but it's not in the 10th house. It's in the 9th house. 9th house has to do with judgments, rules, laws, regulations. The sun is squaring to Neptune. Very interestingly, Neptune is at 3 degrees. This is a Gemini or Mercury ruled degree. The sun being at Pisces, at 12 degrees is a Pisces degree ruled by Neptune. So I find it very interesting and supportive that these two are, the degrees that they're at are ruled by each of these planets. So there's a very close correlation between the sun and Neptune. There's an uncertainty with XRP. There's an illusion that is challenging the growth. The SEC court case could be a part of this. And I think back to the first week when XRP was released, those first 30-something thousand transactions are lost and gone. That could also be showing that in its creation, that something has gone missing. It's like it disappeared. This aspect highlights challenges with courts and the law. 9th house again represents the law, rules, regulations. The 9th house is ruled by Aquarius. It has to do with crypto. Obviously, XRP is a crypto. Rules and regulations and laws and legal issues within the crypto space. It's showing us that the 9th house it's like the doorway to get into the 10th house of showing how the world sees it. The 9th house is that gateway to be able to get into that 10th house. So, and it's through those legal issues that make XRP what it is, breaking the borders of payments and financial system, changing the rules and laws and regulations. Neptune in Pisces at 3 degrees in the 9th house is squaring to Jupiter in Taurus at 27 degrees. Again, 27 degrees is a degree that is ruled by Mercury. Jupiter, in general astrology, the 9th house Jupiter represents the 9th house. Expansive rules, laws, higher laws, not just legal laws, but also higher laws, philosophy, points of view, religious, but it's beliefs, it's belief systems. The 27 degrees, it relates to Gemini and the ascendant. Jupiter in the 12th house, that has to do with unseen things, illusions. Neptune represents the 12th house. The energy of Neptune represents, in general, the 12th house of the zodiac. This is very helpful with their challenging situations that they will go through. Meaning, Neptune is in its home sign of Pisces. Jupiter is in the house that Neptune rules over, and the energy is represented there. These two planets, their positions are very helpful to these legal issues that they go through. It's a square, it's a challenge, but this challenge, showing that there's growth out of challenges, making its mark on the world through challenging the current structures that are in place in society, the legal banking system, financial systems, pushing the limits. This aspect governs unseen events, unseen forces at work for XRP. It's almost as if things happen by some miracle. There's these tragedies happening all around this court case, but it's like as by some miracle, things turn around and work out. Even though this is a challenge, it is a square. This challenge is helping to transform XRP. Could help with the prices, but what I see in this chart more than just the trading prices is its potential. Yes, you could be traded and made money that way, but it's has a stronger use case. It will be stronger developed more towards the use case, not so much the trading. This is also showing us that XRP is challenging the law. It's challenging the rules that are in place. Unfair judgments that could come upon it and that have come upon it, they don't make sense. Again, things just seem to happen out of nowhere. This aspect can also affect the finances of XRP because it has to do with Jupiter and the midhaven, Neptune ruling the sign of Pisces where the midhaven is. The finances could be affected, challenged. Legally, though, I believe it's going to be affected. It's not the sun, so it's not the coin. The coin itself, XRP's finances aren't challenged, but the finances in a legal point of view are being challenged. But it also has the ability to transform, push past the boundaries of the current legal systems, transcending specific societal legal contexts and changing existing laws. It has a profound effect that could ripple, like the name of the parent company, ripple through the financial system, current systems that are in place. They'll be met with challenges because this is a square. It's a challenge, but there's the ability here to push past these challenges, to overcome these challenges. Neptune is squaring to the North Node in Sagittarius at 4 degrees in the 6th house. 6th house represents the day-to-day work. It's determined about its goals. The possibility that it could lose steam on its goals. It's determined. It's very determined about its goals, though. The possibility of losing steam on goals, it could appear to lose steam on its goals, but that could be due to things going on in the background. Mars at the IC line and the sun squaring Mars, could be things going on in the background that make XRP go silent. Like the SEC case, maybe people haven't heard about information from it for a while, so people think that they're losing or something is happening in the background. But in reality, in the background, something could be occurring that we don't know about, people don't know about yet, but that's why it's quiet. So it's not losing steam on its goals, it's just being quiet because there's other things going on in the background that people are not aware of. The moon is in Scorpio at 18 degrees in the 6th house. Moon represents the people, the users, the investors. In the 6th house, this is showing that the people work with the coin. They use it, they work with it. 18 degrees is the degree that is represented by Mercury. Virgo is the sign. 18 degrees is a sensitive degree. It could signify some warning, some caution. The people could be cautious about using XRP because of these legal changes and legal issues that are going on. There's a caution to the people, the investors. This could signify sudden ending. But what I mean by that is XRP could be creating the sudden ending of an old system, so people use this coin as the new system. That's just one way of looking at it. The North Node is in the same house as the moon. Sun, although squares the North Node, the moon and the North Node being in the same house, it's signifying the work. XRP goal is to work, have people work with it, use it for various reasons, to break borders, to break free of the old system. It's determined. It's very determined to do this, very determined to help the people. It's just one way I'm seeing these transactions and aspects play out. The moon is in conjunct to Venus and Mercury. This lacks symmetry. It's in conjunct to Mercury, the ruler of the chart. So there's a lack of proportion. It's not proportioned correctly. There's miscommunication. Adjustments are needed to reconcile different values. Struggles to understand certain financial values. This could have to do, again, with the legal issues. People are struggling to understand what's going on, what's going to happen with it, where is it going, because of this chaos that's going on. It could also have to do with the CBDC platform that XRP has for other countries to come in and to use. People could be questioning that. The XLM could have something to do with this. People who question the values left the project of XRP, but there's a lack of symmetry. There's miscommunication that possibly leads to feeling like that it's uneven, that something is uneven with XRP, something with the people, the users, the investors. The moon is sextile to Mars in Virgo. Mars is at the very bottom of the chart. The users are devoted. They are devoted to XRP. This is also signifying that the investors, traders of XRP tend to make calculated risks. Again, I mentioned buy the rumor, sell the news. They could be trading on that because there is a lot of information that comes out that is very large that affects the whole crypto market as well as just XRP, and people could be using that as part of their trading strategies. The moon is opposite to Jupiter. Now, this does have to do with finances. This could be showing that it shows a risk in investing in XRP due to the legal matters that surround it. People could be looked at as it's even a bigger risk of investing because all of these legal issues and not sure how it's going to work out. It's also showing that investors are driven by that optimism. They're willing to take these risky investments into it. It's also showing that with strong negative Jupiter aspects, this coin's price will be strongly affected as well. Negative information would obviously affect the price of it, but with XRP, information about it is more important almost than other types of coins. The moon is parallel to Pluto. Pluto is at 8 degrees of Capricorn. 8 degrees represents the degree of Scorpio, where the moon is. This has to do with radical change. 8 degrees Scorpio represents banking systems. The users and investors could be making radical changes by using XRP as a means of moving money for business, cross-border payments. It's revolutionary to people to be using something outside of these banking systems that have been in place for a lot of years. Making a radical change in people, everyday transactions that they do with other countries, crossing borders, making these radical changes for people. People using it are also contributing to this change because they're helping it to grow, to become something bigger that cannot be contained by these societal structures that are in place right now. And due to its challenges and changes XRP makes within the authority, rules, and laws, XRP is causing these radical changes because of the legal issues it's having, because it's pushing the boundaries, and the legal issues and challenges are paving the way for these new changes. The moon is trine to Chiron. Chiron is next to the midheaven. Chiron is that wound. It could be seen that people are embracing the changes that XRP is making within this financial sector and these regulations because it helps people to find security in new systems and new ways of doing things. XRP helps people to find security within their own battles that it's fighting, helping to make this change for these new systems, new ways of doing, these radical new ways of doing things. Pluto is squared to Uranus. Pluto's in the 7th house, the house of relationships. Uranus is in the 10th house. This aspect in general has to do with global economic and societal changes. Because it was created during this, it's showing its disruptive, revolutionary aspects and qualities, challenging the existing systems, promoting new ideas and structural changes. These are large, long-term implications that it influences and encourages adaptation. The sun ties into this because the sun is sextile to Uranus, showing XRP has the strength to innovate, cause these large changes. Pluto squaring Uranus, it's a square, it's a challenge. Challenges help to get the energy moving. There's something that needs to be resolved. It helps to get things going, get things moving. Uranus in Aries, it's starting things, being innovative. It's starting to lay the foundation of these changes, shaking things up. Shakeups are abrupt, shakeups are messy, but there's the ability here for XRP to do this. Saturn is in Libra at 23 degrees in the 5th house, trining to Venus and Mercury. This shows strategic partnerships, and communication within these partnerships. It also shows practical integration of finances within these partnerships, possibly with different countries. Fortune is a point in a chart, signifies where there is possibilities of, where there's potential to have money-making possibilities, things occur positively for it. Fortune sextiles to Neptune and Chiron, where the sun squares Neptune and Chiron. So this is signaling that where there are challenges, there is also opportunity. So through the legalities and different challenges that arises with XRP, through those challenges, that's where the opportunity is. Conclusion. Overall, XRP has grandness to it, has a large presence. It's breaking free, breaking past the rules, systems, and regulations that are in place, paving the way for these new ways of doing things, for finances, for banking in society. It has a large impact on society. And trading, yes, while it can be profitable, it's bigger than trading. It's not just trading XRP. Its use case scenario is more important than the trading. There's money to be made with trading, but there's also money to be made with using the coin, whether that's buying and holding it or actually using it within your own business, using it to do business with other people, other countries. There's money to be made with using XRP. Overall, XRP has a lot of potential.